All storytellers create characters. Novelists do it, screenwriters do it, video game designers do it. If you're a game master for a tabletop role-playing game, you do it. Even if you're a true crime podcaster, you're doing it in a sense too, right? You're not creating these characters from scratch, but you do have to understand the characters at the heart of your story. That's what makes your audience care. Now here's the thing though, when a storyteller sits down to begin creating a character, these are the kind of questions they often ask themselves. What's their name? How old are they? How do they wear their hair? How do they dress? The problem is here, this is description. And description is a great starting point for character development, but description alone does not a character make. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Take this sentence. Indiana Jones wears a fedora. Now, of course, anyone who grew up watching Indiana Jones movies does have an emotional reaction to that, but just sit with that statement alone, not, your experience watching the movies, just that singular statement. Indiana Jones wears a fedora. What is that telling you about Indiana Jones? Now, for the sake of comparison, consider this statement. Indiana Jones is a rugged, quick-witted, reluctant hero who tosses aside scholarly caution and often faces down an intense fear of snakes in order to ensure history's treasures don't fall into the wrong hands. Now, like I said, it is a natural starting point when you are building a character to reach for some physical description. Maybe your main character has long blonde hair. Maybe they have a favorite pair of running shoes. Maybe they always wear jeans even in 90-degree heat. Like I said, it's perfectly fine to start there, but you don't want to stop there. I'm Holly Schindler, an award-winning author as well as freelance editor, writing coach, and storytelling instructor. And I'm starting a new series here on the channel all about building believable characters. Okay, so just think of your favorite character here for a minute. Protagonist, antagonist, doesn't matter because, sometimes our favorite characters are in fact villains. What do you remember about them? Chances are you did not fall in love with that character or become interested in that character because of the color of their eyes or their birth date. You remember them because you understood who they were as a person. You understood the choices they made even if you didn't agree with them. You can think of it this way. Description paints a picture of a character, but it doesn't tell us anything about what's underneath, right? It doesn't help us understand that character. A believable character is someone whose actions make sense. It follows the logic for that character. And this is true regardless of which character you are in fact crafting. The protagonist, the antagonist, the hero, the villain, a side character, an NPC in a role-playing game, the victim of a true crime, the perpetrator of a true crime. Every character you create, no matter how minor their role, should in fact be the main character of their own story. Not because they're going to take up a ton of screen time or page time, because if you understand them as the creator of that character, then they will always feel like a fully realized person walking around in your world, no matter how minor of a role they might have. Every believable character wants something, is afraid of something, believes something about the world, has values, has reasons for the choices they make, things that make them feel alive. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're a game master, it means that the innkeeper character that you're creating isn't just there to provide some information. They have their own goals, worries, opinions. So when your players do something unexpected, you already know how that innkeeper is going to react. If you're a novelist, it means your side characters stop feeling like props and start feeling like actual people that your main character is interacting with. If you're creating a villain, it means they can stop being some sort of wooden, two-dimensional bad guy and start being a person who appears to be fighting for a goal they believe is worthy. And if you're a true crime podcaster, you can start providing some actual possibilities for the question your audience already has. Why would someone do such a thing? Why does this person make this choice? That is the heart of character creation. So throughout this series, we are going to build characters from the inside out. We're going to be talking about motivation, beliefs, fear, values, contradictions, decision-making, relationships. Not because every character needs a 100-page biography, because every character needs an inner life that drives their actions. For now, go for it. Describe to your heart's content. Get all that physical description out of your system. Give your character that fedora. Next time, we're going to hit the foundation of every believable character: motivation. Catch you in the next video, guys. In the meantime, keep telling your stories.